Welcome to Leaders Viewpoint program. We have pleasure in having with us Gautam Gupta, an alumnus of IIM Lucknow and IIT Delhi, and currently CEO of Paradise Restaurant, the largest biryani player in the country with presence across 10 cities and still growing. Gautam comes with deep experience in consumer business across multiple sectors in a career spanning over 2 decades, having worked with companies like Reckitt Benckiser and ITC. He was also CEO of Pizza Hut at Sapphire Foods during early integration phase in his previous role. Talking to him today is our founder and director, Prasad Tataverty.
Hi Gautam, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Prasad. It's a pleasure to be here.
So Gautam, you represent Paradise Restaurants Group, and we all know that Paradise Biryani is synonym to the world's best biryani, if I could say that. And though Hyderabad, is known for a lot of things like Usmania biscuits and kebabs and chaats and others, but I guess Paradise Biryani has made us a food destination in India. And I would not be wrong if I would say that it has made us the food destination in the world. And It's sort of an humble beginning if in 1953, I guess, where this was a small cafe, and today with so many, a chain of restaurants. So we would surely want to know how big is Paradise today, and what can we expect in next few years?
Yeah, so we have been growing. I think today, when we look at it, we have 39 locations, a few more locations coming up across 8 cities.
Right.
I think, as you said very rightly, the love for Hyderabadi with biryani is across the country. In fact, biryani is the single most popular item on all the online aggregators. I think there is some data to suggest it has actually overtaken pizza also.
Wow.
And within biryani, I think Hyderabadi biryani is number one. And within Hyderabadi biryani, Paradise is known as a, sort of a strongest brand, one of the strong brands. So I think the plan over the next 3-4 years is really to grow the brand into, top 20, 30 cities of the country. Right. And then hopefully in next couple of years also start to go outside, because we get a lot of demand from international markets, especially Indian diaspora, right? North America, Europe, Middle East and Southeast Asia. So hopefully in the next 2-3 years, that journey will also begin for us.
I think there are plans this year, next year. When are you going?
Yeah, as I said, couple of years. I think we are about 18 to 24 months away from our first foray in the international market. We are preparing for it. I think it needs a little bit of preparation. So I guess, yeah, that's the time frame we have.
And in India, where all are you present?
So obviously Hyderabad, then we are in Vizag, Vijayawada, Guntur, closer home, then Chennai, Bangalore. We are there. We are in Calcutta. We are in Gurgaon. So that's our spread. And obviously we want to be there in other top cities. There are at least 15, 20 more larger cities which we want to sort of move on to.
Right. So, let's go back to 2020. I think, most of the businesses that we have seen has suffered, including our business for that matter. And I was reading in most of the reports that, where people were writing saying that 30% of the restaurants will close down due to pandemic impact. So we all understand that it has really, really impacted restaurant industry, especially the casual dining and premium dining industry. So how much was the impact on Paradise restaurant business in 2020?
So significant impact. I think like the entire industry, we also had a very, very significant impact. Fortunately, I think because of Paradise brand name and, you are right. I think the estimates range from 20 to 30% of standalone restaurants closing down. Very unfortunate, because this industry employs or used to employ maybe 7 million to a crore people, right? So it's a source of big employment. But yeah, we have been fortunate in a way because of our brand name and, financial support that we have sort of gone through that phase like everyone. And today we are, let's say about 80% of our business. So I think the last 5-6 months have been pretty encouraging. Customers have started to come back. Right. The dine-in has still picking up, but I think delivery and takeaway as channels have really helped us. Incidentally, in Hyderabad, because of the focus on delivery, we launched our own app also. While we sell through aggregators like Swiggy and Zomato, we have a Paradise app where you get fantastic offers. And also, next time you want to search on Android or iPhone, please search for Paradise Biryani app and download it.
I did that already, for that matter. Yeah. So, and we stick to this topic. I think, as we are talking about the impact on restaurants, especially, when we are talking about impact on the casual dining, premium dining industry. What do you see in terms of the market for this industry, especially casual and premium dining industry in the country, and what trends are you seeing? What is the future for this industry now?
Yeah, so I think casual dining and fine dine are the most impacted compared to QSRs, and one of the reasons is that high dependence on dining. So
Right.
I think what the CDRs and the fine dines have to learn really is to say, how do I make my business equally spread out across these three channels of dine-in, takeaway, and delivery, right? So typically in a CDR, you will have 50 to 60% pre-COVID coming from dine-in, right? And today that business is probably 50-60% only, right? So you have to build a model where, not more than 30-35% is dependent on dine-in. You get more fine, which means I think that you have an equal split of dine-in, takeaway, and delivery. Let's say 35% each. This will help any CDR brand actually navigate any tough time in future, right? So what is the implication of this? I think the first and the simplest implication is that restaurants will become more compact, right? I think restaurants are not going anywhere. They are going to play a very important role in society, and we are social people, right? Human beings. So we will go out and we will have our, food, biryani, and, other stuff. So, there is no medium to long-term impact on that. But yeah, I think restaurants have to be smart, especially CDRs, and they have to have compact restaurants. I think that's they have to have compact menu, compact restaurants, and, efficient and multitasking staff. I think these are 2-3 things which are necessary imperatives going forward also.
Right. So QSR industry, of course, we have seen a lot of growth, but having said that, we have seen another shift, which is more of cloud kitchen concept, right? I mean, off late, even if you see the aggregators, wherever you go and order, I think the cloud kitchen concept is playing a huge role with so many brands available on the aggregator sites. Do you think this model is a successful model to go with?
So I think the verdict is still out. Yes, there has been a lot of euphoria around cloud kitchens because it is asset light, right? You can actually distribute a brand without having the need to set up a whole restaurant, right?
Correct.
But I think there is a fundamental nature of food services is that it's about food as well as service, right? It's about an experience. Food is not only about food and taste. It is about a wholesome experience. And my own personal view is that it has been extremely difficult to build a brand only on cloud kitchen. Now, in future, if a business is open to having restaurants in key places, plus support that with a hybrid model of cloud kitchen in neighborhoods so that you can increase your reach, I think that is something which is viable. Nobody has, I would say, has experimented with this. Today, we have either restaurant players and or cloud kitchen players. We don't have an hybrid, but hopefully, I believe that if this model has to work, maybe in the next 3 to 5 years, you will start to see some hybrid models emerging on brands, including brands like us also.
But I think you have a similar concept, like probably, you also have a central kitchen, and then probably you run, through that central kitchen for all the restaurants that you have in Hyderabad. Yeah. Do you have the similar concept for restaurants outside Hyderabad as well?
Yeah. So every city has a central kitchen. It does the pre-prep, obviously the cooking and everything. Final cooking happens at the store level, fresh food.
Right.
So I think that model can be extended to cloud kitchens also. The question is whether only on cloud kitchen you can survive. So my question is, I have my doubts on that. I think it would be a hybrid model if at all. And time will tell. I think a lot of investment has gone behind it, but verdict is still out. I don't think we have a clear winner as of now.
Right. And one last question, Gautam. All Paradise restaurants that we see are company owned and company operated, right? And do you foresee any possibility of Paradise offering franchise in near future to any other player?
So I think in India, we are very clear. We want to do it through the company-owned, company-operated model. That is something which we have good learnings on, and we have the confidence to scale up there.
Okay.
However, I think internationally, as I said, we are still working on options, and maybe internationally there could be an option where we could actually look at strong and entrenched franchisees, but that's still under work. So that's an option maybe a couple of years down the line.
Fabulous. So what's the footfall today in a Paradise restaurant? If I go to Paradise, I still remember it used to be full, and you hardly used to get an opportunity to get in immediately. So how is it now?
We still have, fortunately, I think we still have waiting.
Okay.
So people, I think customers have got more confidence. We have invested a lot in safety, hygiene. Paradise is always known for quality and safety, but I think we have just taken it up one notch up. For example, we have a concept of contactless dining. So you don't have to touch a menu card. You can actually scan a QR code, place an order, make a payment. And, with very minimal interaction, you can actually have your food and come back. So I think technology is something which is a big enabler in these times. But yeah, I think, we are just keeping our fingers crossed. Hopefully, things should further improve as we move into the Halim season coming up in this time in April. So Halim is always big for Hyderabad. We are hoping that
absolutely.
This will mean full recovery. So let's.
So we wish you all the best, and we hope that the footfall grows and grows in next few months and throughout the year for Paradise Restaurants, and we wish you personally a fantastic 2021-22. Wish you all the success, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Prasad. Appreciate and wish you the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks.
You have a great day. Thank you.
You
Take
too.
care. Bye.
Thank you.